Hi, second graders. Welcome to part 2 of our lesson today. We're going to jump right into our skill of the day. Remember, the text that we were reading was all about Abraham Lincoln. And our skill we're going to be learning about today is describing how authors use reasons to support specific points. So our steps for this are step 1, what is the topic? Step 2, what are the key points? Step 3, find details to support each point. And step 4, explain how the details help you understand the point. So the question we're going to be focusing on today when we're trying to find our reasons to support specific points is looking at details in pictures. We've had a little bit of practice with this when we were at school together, but we're going to try to practice right now. So first, you guys are going to watch me, watch you. I'm going to show you how you follow the steps to find reasons to support specific points. So we're going to take a look at this picture right here, and we're going to be answering the question. The question is, how do the details in this picture support the key point that Abraham Lincoln used his power as president to end slavery? Whew, that's a lot of words, right? Let's try to piece it together. So a key point that we've learned about in this whole text is that Abe Lincoln used his power as president to try to end slavery, right? That's something we've learned about in the whole text, that he used his power as president to help end slavery in this country. So right now we're looking at this picture and we're thinking, what details do we see in this picture that help prove that point? So I'm going to take a look at my steps, and I'm going to try to follow my steps to answer this question. So step number 1, what is the topic? We know that the topic of this text is all about Abraham Lincoln, right? That's what this entire book is about. It's about his life and how he became president and how he died. It's all about him. So that's our topic. Step number 2, what are the key points? The key point that we are going to be focusing on today is that Abraham Lincoln used his power as president to help end slavery. And that relates to our question as well. Step number 3 says, find details that support each point. So the details in this picture that support the point that Abe tried to use his power as president to end slavery is in the fact in this picture that the South is bombing one of the forts in the North. So right here in this picture, we can see that these are people from the from the South, and they are bombing a fort in the North, Fort Sumter, because they are trying to start a war. They're trying to start a war because they don't believe in slavery, and they don't believe that Abraham Lincoln should be telling them that they need to be ending slavery. So those are the details in the picture that I see that prove the point that Abe was trying to end slavery because the South was willing to start a war because they didn't want to end slavery. And then step number 4, explain how the details help you understand the point. The details in this picture, the details of the men bombing Fort Sumter, show me that the South were willing to start a war because Abe was willing to use his presidency or his power as president to end slavery. So that's how I would answer this question. Now it's your turn. I need a little bit of help from you guys to try to do this next picture. So try to do this with me. We're going to be following our steps, but I'm going to be giving you a little bit of time in between to think about the answers for our steps. So looking at this picture, we're going to look at the details in this picture. We're going to think, how do the details in this picture show that Abraham Lincoln used his power as president to end slavery? So I'm going to read our caption one more time so we understand what's happening in the picture. President Lincoln reads a draft of the Emancipation Proclamation to his cabinet. So a draft is just like the first time him writing it. This is not his final Emancipation Proclamation he's putting out. So this is just the first time he's written it before he's looked it over and written it again. So this is a draft of the Emancipation Proclamation. Remember, this is a document that helped end slavery in the United States. This was what Abraham was trying to use to end slavery. And his cabinet is the group of people that he works with in his office as president. So thinking, step number 1, what is the topic? What is the topic in this text? Think about it. What's the topic? Yes, friends, the topic is Abraham Lincoln. We know that already. Step number 2, what are the key points? We know our key point that we're focusing on today is that Abraham Lincoln used his power as president to end slavery. Step number 3, find details to support each point. So the details in this picture, take a look at them. What details in this picture show you that Abe was using his power as president to end slavery? I want you guys to think. What details in this picture show you that he was using his power as president to end slavery? Think. I know. It's this bow tie he's wearing, right? It's his bow tie that helped him end slavery, right? No. Silly, Miss Shemansky. Think. What do you guys think? Looking at our caption and our picture. Yes, friends, so in this picture, we know from the caption that he's telling his cabinet that he has written a document or a paper that he wants to use to help end slavery in the United States. So looking at step number 4, explain how the details help you understand the point. The details in this picture that show me that Abe was trying to end slavery, that he was trying to use his power as president to end slavery, the details are the Emancipation Proclamation that he's holding and the fact that he's telling his cabinet or the people in his office that he wants to end slavery using this document. So it's not his bow tie, it's not his coat, it's no other details in the picture except the paper that he's holding and the fact that he's speaking to his cabinet about it. All right, good job, friends. Now, you guys have to do this one all on your own. I can't give you any help. I really want to see how you guys have been growing your brains. So now it's your turn to log into Google Classroom so that you can do the section that says your turn. So go ahead and open Google Classroom and pause this video if you need to. Open it up and go to Wednesday, April 1st, and then open up the document that says Text Study Your Turn. I am going to read the question with you so that you guys can hear it. Feel free to rewind or pause anytime. And I'm going to flip to the picture so you guys can see it. And the picture is also in the Google Doc. So this is the picture we're going to be using for our question. Once again, feel free to pause or rewind at any time right here. And I'm going to read the caption for you, and then I'm going to read the question. So the caption says, for the entire day after the Southern surrender, or when they gave up the war, after the Southern surrender, crowds outside the White House serenaded or sang to Abe. The president asked the band to play the Southern anthem, Dixie. Abe said it was one of the best times I've ever had. So just focusing on this picture. And now I'm going to read the question to you. How do the details in the picture support the key point that Abraham Lincoln used his power as president to end slavery? So what key details do you guys see in this picture that help you prove the point that he used his power to end slavery? So remember, not all the details support that point. Which one supports the point that he used his power to help end slavery? Abe was wearing a long coat and a hat. Abe is standing in front of the White House. Abe is talking to people that he helped free from slavery. Abe is touching the child's shoulder. So remember, these are all details that are in the picture, but which detail helps you answer the question of how Abe used his power as president to end slavery? All right, friends, thank you for watching part 2 with me. Excited to see you guys tomorrow.